Hi there, I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you on the 17th of January going into the 18th. And of course, the main topic today is our newly named tropical system, tropical depression, Agaton. Notice I didn't say newly developed because we have been monitoring this storm system, at least the cloud cover and the low level circulation associated with it, for what it feels like forever now. It's actually been about 2 weeks. For a week, it's been bringing some precipitation over the Philippines. In the past 7 days alone, this really has just been dropping some tremendous amount of rain. And this is actually satellite estimation of the amount of rain over the past week. And what you can see here is actually, take a look on the right side of your screen, some of these areas in the lighter pinks, that's adding up to about 600 to 700 millimeters of rainfall. Well, needless to say, this has been causing problems. We've actually been seeing numerous reports of flooding and landslides. 35 deaths have been reported at this time due to what is now Tropical Depression Agaton, but for the past week, it's just been a low pressure area. And furthermore, look at where look at this area and see where the highest amount of rainfall has taken place. And then take a look at the 72-hour rainfall accumulation via the GFS model. And take a look at where the rainfall is going to be coming down throughout the weekend. Basically, the same area. The ground is already saturated here. That means it's going to be prone to further flooding because once that rain comes down, it runs right into the rivers and right into the valleys. And flash flooding is going to be high at risk, but also landslides and more landslides is very well possible. Now, albeit the storm system itself, let's talk about the center of circulation because it is pretty weak. So we're not looking at intense winds. It's still the rain that's the threat. And if we zoom in on that satellite imagery we started off with, you can see here a little spin in the low-level clouds right before sunset. I know it's a little grainy based on the satellite imagery, but trust me, it's there. Low-level circulation is pretty exposed. The mass amount of cloud cover and convection is on the northern periphery. So what that means is the storm system is pretty weak. The highest winds, the worst of the weather is off towards the north. And that's why you actually take a look at the track from Bagasa. It takes it down here towards the south and over Mindanao. In reality, yes, that's where the center of circulation is going to be going. But if you're out here, don't be too worried. It's here in these areas on that northern periphery where that convection is the highest that we're looking at the worst of the rain. Now, right now, tropical depression Agaton has max sustained winds about 55 kilometers per hour, moving towards the west at about 5 kilometers per hour. Can't disagree with that. The one thing I can disagree with is that they say near the center. One thing is that actually it's not so much near the center, and that's why I don't think JMA is even warning on this, because it's not a super enclosed tropical system. And what I mean by that is, if you take a look at our really awesome model here that shows the wind at this time, you can see really these areas of the highest winds are actually in the northern periphery. And believe it or not, due to the northeast monsoonal interaction, some areas, yes, could see 65 kilometers per hour. Tropical storm strength winds, but take a look at the southern periphery, 26 kilometers per hour. So it's not an eye wall developing by any means. The worst of the winds, along with the heaviest rainfall, are off here towards the north. Eastern portions of Visayas, including the Tacloban area, you are seeing some just gusty winds tonight. And it definitely is not going to be a very pleasant situation going through the next 24 hours. And let's look ahead 24 hours from now. This is going to Saturday evening here, and you can see the center of circulation pushing farther west over Mindanao. And like I said, the center of circulation, don't worry about it too much, but take a look at this. Some areas, 50 kilometer per hour winds, 65 kilometer per hour winds. Out to sea, it gets higher. Just atrocious out here. And even southern portions of Luzon, it's going to be really just roughing up out here, and including the Sulu Sea, you're going to be seeing some high winds. So a lot of people feeling the effects of this, along with a cold surge coming in. That's also bringing some haze to the southern Japanese islands. Watch out for that. Different topic. But a lot of people are going to feel these gusty winds, and the interaction with that low is just making it that much worse. So, yeah, I think that there is in short, gale force winds, high seas, eastern seaboards, and in these areas I showed in southern Visayas and northern Mindanao, you're really going to be looking at that risk of flooding. Anywhere that I colored here in the red, the black lines track of the tropical depression, those winds gusting off here towards the north. A lot going on here, but it's the picture that we're going to be looking at throughout the weekend. And then in the next week, the extended range, it looks like this may have some relief in sight. That is the saving grace here. You see our system pulling towards the west, vertical wind shear, drier inflow from that cold surge coming in, just tearing it apart, making things cool in northern Luzon. But the interaction is what is all that's left over, and it does look like the low fades off there towards the west. We're still looking at showers and thunderstorms, but nothing too unusual. Afternoon thunderstorms definitely popping up, but thankfully, at least by next week, this just persistent and just annoying storm system that I wish would be over with may be over with. But that is all for now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at westernpacificweather.com. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can post them down in the comment box below. Also, for everybody with your mobiles and tablets, type in app.westernpacificweather.com, click the share button, and go to add to your home screen. There you have it. You have a free web app, all the information available that we put out here, and it's going to be very easy to access via your phone, so please do go check that out if you have time. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.